Here we go. Hello, my name is Jeff Lutz, and this is Roadway Safety Training for Employers. This is not comprehensive training. This is awareness training on a very serious topic. And you should also familiarize yourself with vehicles, equipment, and operating procedures for your workplace and your employees. In 2019, Washington State lost 4 farm workers on the job. 3 of them were in motor vehicle accidents. The last one was a tractor rollover. About 70% of crashes involving farm equipment occur in rural zip codes, so in rural areas. According to the National Highway Safety Transportation Safety Administration, while an estimated 20% of people in the U.S. live in rural areas, 40% of traffic deaths occur on rural roads. In rural areas, the fatality rate is per vehicle miles traveled was 1.5 times higher than in urban areas. There are many factors that contribute to this. Rural roads pose a unique set of risks to travelers, including high speed limits, less lighting, narrower lanes, lack of shoulders, unmarked intersections, and farm vehicle operations. In 2022, there were 168 fatal transportation accidents in agriculture. These accidents tend to happen in large farming communities, suburban areas, and on high-speed roadways where passenger vehicles and farm vehicles share the road. Studies have found that 82% of farm equipment crashes involve a non-farm vehicle. Roadway collisions are extremely dangerous for tractor operators, but these accidents are also deadly for non-farm vehicles. In fact, fatalities are 5 times more likely in accidents involving farm vehicles. Although every fatality is impactful, it seems fatalities in rural communities have a ripple effect that go further in the community and last longer. So why are we focusing on this? Well, rural roadways have unique challenges, and here's some of them. Fewer resources. There's not as many traffic signals and lights, and the highway is a little bit, the capacities are a little bit different on the rural roads and highways, not as maintained, well maintained, or as modern. They're mostly 2-lane roads without some shoulders. There's many times hills and blind spots that obscure vision, crops that can obscure farm equipment. There's travelers who are unfamiliar with areas. Statistics show that 44% of rural passenger vehicle traffic in urban areas traveling to destinations that are outside their urban home. So you've got nearly half the population traveling on unfamiliar roads where they may come upon a piece of equipment or machinery from the farm. People drive longer distances in rural areas. Smaller populations tend to respond to emergencies. There's just less people. It's a different mindset. It's easy to become complacent driving 55 miles an hour in a narrow lane without shoulders or room for error. When you can do it multiple times a day, makes a difference. Your risk also goes up. So additionally, rural motorists have to share the road with farm equipment. Many are unaware of the speed differential. Closing speed is vital, but because there's several motorists from other areas, they may not know that close time, the gap that between vehicle and equipment happens very quickly. And even those that are used to sharing county roads, they may forget that it takes 5 seconds for a motorist traveling 55 miles an hour to close a gap the length of a football field when approaching a tractor at 15 miles an hour. So here's some tips. Do a pre-trip. You wouldn't get in an airplane with a pilot that didn't do a walk around and pre-trip planning. Be the same. Think about that for yourselves and for your employees. Before your trip, ensure that all vehicles and equipment are regularly maintained and checked, and make sure that they're maintained according to the manufacturer's recommendations. Allow your employees the extra time to plan the route in advance. You might need a meeting to talk about it. Be sure to select a route that can accommodate your vehicle size and weight. Large vehicles are not able to navigate some rural roads. When using GPS, ensure that the device or app is intended for commercial motor vehicles and avoid taking shortcuts onto rural roads that you're unfamiliar with. Teach and encourage employees to perform a pre-trip inspection. paying extra attention to your tires, tire pressure, conditions of the tires. Those tires play a crucial role in the road holding capabilities of a vehicle. Stick to the recommended pressures at all times and clean your windows and mirrors to maximize visibility and reduce glare. Allow extra time. Just know that this time of year may require sharing the road. So account for extra time on the road. If you're an equipment operator, remember there isn't any deadlines more important than those that who love you depend on you coming home at the right time. Slow down, adjust your speed to roadway characteristics, lighting, weather, traffic conditions, and one that allows you to stop easily for any hazard, especially in rainy or wet conditions. You should also be aware of slippery roads, washaways, running or standing water. Keep a good following distance. Stay at least 6 seconds behind other vehicles and increase the distances when conditions are less than perfect. So slow down, keep a good following distance. Pay attention to the road as far ahead as possible. Doing this helps you control the driving situation despite the type of road surface, weather conditions, degree of light or darkness, traffic flow and travel times. And it allows you to judge the actions of others when you slow down. You can have a longer reaction time. So look far ahead. Make sure that you know where the plan is and see what's ahead of you. Keep both hands on the steering wheel in the proper positions. That enhances your ability to react quickly to a hazardous situation. Both hands on the wheel. Beware of reduced visibility, trees and crops, hills, curves, oncoming vehicles, traffic entering from the side roads, pedestrians, animals. Reduce your speed, increase your following distance, and be prepared for potential dangers. Expect darker conditions when driving on rural roads at night. There's no lighting on those rural roads. Switch on your headlamps as soon as you notice a reduction in visibility. At dusk, you should have your headlamps on. Scan the roadway for animals, domestic and wild. Pay particular attention to animal crossing signs and slow down, be ready to react. Extra vigilance during dusk and dawn when animals are most active and visibility is limited. Get that glare of sun in your eyes just as it's going down, just dusk. It's hard to see animals entering the roadway. And beware of road debris, toppled trees, rocks, mud, spillage from agricultural vehicles. It might not be removed quickly from rural roads. Also watch for overhanging branches that might jut out into the roadway, mailboxes near the edges of roadways, pavement drop-offs, pavement edge drop-offs. Rural roads may not have a large shoulder like they do in city streets. They have dips, they have sharp curves, they have spots where pavement cuts out. Avoid distractions and keep a close eye on your lane. This is the reason we don't drive with a cell phone in our hand. If you drive on the pavement edge, don't slam on the brakes. If you drive off the pavement edge, don't slam on the brakes. Don't jerk the wheel. Instead, ease off the accelerator and align the vehicles to the edge of the pavement. When there's a large gap in traffic, slowly turn the steering wheel to gradually guide the tires back onto the road. Watch for farm equipment. Keep an eye out for fluorescent red and orange slow-moving vehicle signs that are placarded on the rear of farm machinery. If you spot an SMV, slow down, get your speed down, do a safe distance traveling behind them. Pass carefully only when you have plenty of time and space to make the maneuver. Be patient. Both drivers and the equipment operator have somewhere to be. So always practice patience and use caution when approaching farm equipment. Wait for a safe and legal opportunity to pass. Signal your intentions well in advance. If you have doubts in regard to the distance or speed of oncoming vehicles, just stay put. Be courteous. If you're the equipment operator, some county roads may be too narrow to pass each other. If possible, carefully pull over to the shoulder, let people by, pass safely. If you're operating a vehicle, get the driver's attention, use eye contact, flash your lights, use the horn to communicate with equipment operators. Just make them aware that you are allowing them to safely pass or that you see them and you're communicating with them. Also, communicate with the vehicles behind you using your brake lights, your hazard lights, your flashers. Keep a safe distance from the vehicle in front of you. And don't assume anything. Always be alert, pay attention. Never assume you're visible to the operator, um, and that they'll pull over for you. Keep in mind, operators can't see anything unless visible in the equipment's mirrors. There's blind spots that we don't think about. Watch for hand signals from the operator. Recognize their intentions to turn or pull over. Always look ahead for oncoming traffic, especially around a crest, a hill, a tight curve. And avoid quick changes in direction. Don't be swerving. Um, those sudden maneuvers can be particularly dangerous, especially on loose gravel or an excessive speed, especially on rural roads. Always wear your seatbelt. If you're involved in an accident, wearing your seatbelt will help you maintain vehicle control and prevent you from being ejected. We often think, well, I'm fine. I don't need to wear a seatbelt. Remember, if there's a roller protective structure, which many times includes cabbed tractors, you have to wear your seatbelt. Never operate equipment or drive while you're under the influence. Um, Vitally important. Pay attention to heat-related illness this time of year in the summer months. Make sure that you're well hydrated. Avoid excess caffeine, and make sure that you're well equipped to do the job at hand. So remember, you can contact us at the Washington Farm Bureau. I'm Jeff Lutz. I'm based in Kennewick. Dominique Damien is based in Lacey, and Luis Iziorda is based in the Sunnyside area. That's all for today. Thank you for attending.